Farmers who then will get themselves to the side lane and off lanes.
Alright, man. Well, no time. We don't have to wait anymore because it's already in the ban pick phase. Let's see what they're gonna pick. Is this gonna be like the secret strat?
I would like to see a secret strategy for Evos Esports and Cignal Ultra. Well, this is the time to bring out your trump card. Bring out and well, just let everyone see what exactly you have behind the sleeves. And of course under the sleeves, whatever you have. Under my sleeve, there's completely nothing. Well, of course, for the first BP, we have Evos Esports, and second BP is going to be Cignal Ultra.
Oh, Lunox Claude ban. I'm kind of surprised with the Claude first ban from the Evil side. That must be a respect ban to the Cignal Ultra one. Or maybe they see the power of Claude in the PSG RIQ match and they was like, oh man, can't understand that one. Harit's gone as well, so no more Silent Force.
So that is interesting how Evos Esports chose to ban heroes that are not commonly banned. Like for example Kufra, Kaya. In this case, Cignal Ultra decided to go for the meta by banning Lunox as well as Kaya. So what's going to be available for Evos Esports is going to be Grok and Kimi as well as Kufra. So in this case, there is these three great ass hero that is available on the board right now, and it does seem like Evos Esports is looking forward to get that Kimi, but unfortunately that will mean that they will have to surrender Grok as well as Kufra over to Cignal Ultra.
Spending so much time to do the first pick, and it's the Kimi. Now it got a chance to go for like Grok Show or even Grok Kufra. Oh, it's gonna be Grok Kufra.
It will definitely be Grok Kufra. So what's gonna happen from Evos Esports side? What they can do is that they don't really have to bother picking out two of the tanks. All they gotta do is pick up Cho or even Arkai and then go for a Leomord or even a Hellcat, Guinevere. There's quite a lot of choices that they can pick up here.
I would love to go something like support, maybe a Dicky to just taking care of Kimi and all the other guys.
So the time is running out soon. I would say that they will probably go for one tank, which is Cho, and then the other
Minotaur.
Interesting. So instead, they're going to go. Doesn't that mean that Cignal Ultra will want to pick Diggy? No, they can't because they picked out the double tank. So it's interesting.
It's kind of interesting, yeah.
They can't pick up the Diggy now,
especially the fact that picking Joe into a barrier of Grok and also the bouncing ball from Kufra is interesting here. And also, if you take a look, Minotaur and Joe both are mobility tanker and mobility opener, and I think they're gonna have a problem dealing with the bouncing balls that zone them out somehow.
So I see in some sense what Evos Esports is trying to do, and it does seem like the drafting stage is kind of playing along to Evos Esports' grasp right now. They made Cignal Ultra pick out the two tanks early on because Kufra as well as Grok is just too good to not pick them up. But that just means that they have already fulfilled that 2 tank / 1 tank 1 support role, which means they are unable to pick out the Diggy after Evos Esports pick out Cho as well as Minotaur, because what directly counters them is going to be Diggy. If Cignal Ultra goes out for the Diggy, it will be devastating for Cignal Ultra themselves, and that will be where they crumble.
Oh man, yeah, that's a good point. And indeed, we are looking for the Diggy right here, Selena.
So I don't think that Evos Esports will even bother picking out the Diggy for themselves due to the fact that the amount of CCs coming out of Cignal Ultra is not that huge. But what they need is, the thing is, are they going to use Cho as a tank, or are they going to use him as the fighter? They need a single mage unless they want to make Kimi that specific mage that they want. Harif is banned, so that's gone. Fusion as well as the Lapu. So in that case,
I think this one is going to be like the bloodbath match for sure, as no support has been picked at all. They just want to go like all in, both team, and decided on like which timing is going to be better, and it's Alice here.
Alice again. We're going to see Alice coming from Cignal Ultra again, and in which case Desalia is going to be the one piloting Alice. And ladies and gentlemen, The last change of in 15 seconds, and once again, this is going to be the semi-finals best of 3. Game number 1 between Evos Esports SG versus Cignal Ultra Philippines.
Yes, indeed.
Game number 1. Don't worry, I'm pretty sure they're through with the lineup for both sides. For Evos Esports, we have Lapu Lapu, that's played by Soul. JPL is going to be playing as Joe. Playing as Joe, yes. Odia Baby playing as Gusion. Ace right onto Minotaur. And finally, we have Odia.
5 seconds
have I said
till
Odia
the enemy
Baby?
reaches the battlefield.
Ace as Minotaur.
Smash them.
That's pretty much about right, yes.
All
On the
troops
other
deployed.
side, we do have Cignal Ultra, Yako onto Leomor, Tats onto Kufra, Desana playing as Alice, D right onto Grok, and Few as the Abyssal Selena. We do have them right in the center lane, and I believe that something interesting is about to pop out soon.
Alright, back to the game, and look at what happened right here. Kufra getting harassed a lot. He almost died here. That might be the first one diving in to Tyrant. Kimmy got him, but he might go down because of the Tyrant too. But yeah, however, he got away. Look at the top lane. It's Kufra here, solo lane on top. Having a great time farming creeps.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is the exact reason why Kimmy is banned and why Kimmy is a hero to be banned. And well, I can go on with more and more, but Kimmy, you can kite at the same time, you can deal damage at the same time at a consistent damage, consistent speed, and well, it's just
it was a great start for the Singaporean side, but look at that, grouping up as 3, trying to put the pressures on top lane of Team Evos. It's Lapu Lapu right there. Meanwhile, bottom lane, it's Kimmy trying to put the pressures on the bottom laners of Team Cignal too.
This is going to be hard. Here in the middle lane, we do have Gusion going in with the Zaggers, dealing quite some damage right on the D and Desania. But we have seen this from Cignal Ultra before. Desania and D in the middle lane with Alice as well.
Middle lane will be quite even fight between Joe and also Gusion versus Grok. And
Turtle resurrecting soon.
Let's take a look at that.
It's going to be tough. It's definitely going to be tough, guys, as Gusion might not have the optimal farm. In the meantime, Selena is already at level 4, and so is Alice.
That was
Way of the Dragon!
Go in! The first time using Way of the Dragon. Finish off Alice right from the tower.
Even though Alice did pop her ultimate, it definitely did not save her from any of that action. That is right. Too late.
Now let's fight for the turtle right here. Ready to spin around for the power nature. Here we go. Minon Fairy. Ready? No, not yet. But look at that. Gusion is the one who's slashing everyone. Here, come on, man. You need a haircut? I'm gonna have to do a haircut good right here for Gusion at the bottom of the monitor. Look at that, spinning around. Lapu even joined the team fight. Double kill for the Singaporean side.
Well, a great team fight coming in from both sides. It does seem like Evos Esports has got the better side of that trade-off, even though Cignal Ultra did manage to get that turtle. When D went in with the power of nature, the turtle has been submitted to them. But Evos Esports turned things around and was able to make full use of the positioning and got kills. That's equivalent to quite a lot.
Kimmy still being a Kimmy. Look at that. It's just floating here and there, shooting the damage. Better be careful because Minotaur is not that far away. He's trying to manage his fury.
There's a little bit more farming situation at the bottom lane, and this is pretty much what they should do. Let Evos Esports, they themselves, they need to farm as much as possible. In the meantime, Cignal Ultra, they have to find a way to actually break in the barriers and actually go straight for the objectives, such as going to the top lane. But the thing is, it's pretty much been covered quite well. Yako is actually knocking onto the first tier turret at the top lane, but they are just going around, merry-go-round, round and round.
Yes.
What exactly do they have to do? It's really going to be tough for Cignal Ultra.
Oh, no. Let's
Middle lane,
middle lane, he's just gonna go in. Joe, for the first time, going for the triple punch, and he haven't released his Way of the Dragon yet. Oh, no, he did.
He did. He used it as the initiation tool from JPL right on to D. And with that said, They did manage to get an easy kill off to D, and this is pretty much a 1-for-1, not really, it's a 1-by-1 trade.
Oh, nice arrow from Selena, but can they stop the Gusion from charging in?
Looks like that is a no. Evos Esports has got the aggression. They have got the map control as well. They got the bottom lane turret once now, and middle lane shouldn't be an issue at all now that that is down. Kufra is still steadily farming at the bottom lane, just defending just a little bit, but he should really be joining the forces here with Cignal Ultra now.
Time to go in using a little bit of Shadow Blade just to try to harass on the tanker. The fact that he doesn't have that much HP, so it will be quite hard. And now Gusion is just non-stop slain one more time with the Shadow Blade Swatter, and it's time to go to the turtle pit.
So it looks like it's a very well calculated move coming from Evos Esports. I was thinking, why would they deploy all 5 people to go and kill Leomon? They only required 2, but in the end they changed the direction of their attack, and then in the end did manage to get the turtle. And also a bonus of Croc. Cignal Ultra is falling apart right now.
This is quite bad, as we say all the time that the early game play is very important for the latest meta game. If you lose early game, it will be super hard for you to come back in the mid game and late game. So let's see how Cignal Ultra are gonna pick themselves up after such a bad start.
I don't think that Cignal Ultra has got really good creep clearing abilities, but in the meantime, it does seem like Evos Esports did manage to tally out the tower advantage.
Take a look at this. I think he's just gonna go in one more time. Gusion, Kimmy, force and Rock away from the turrets, and now it's a killing spree for Gusion. Is he just picking up one by one? This is so easy for Gusion.
It's really hard to understand. He has been, hold on a second, as we do have Tess actually being on bouncing ball mode, going in for the Tyrant's Revenge, but unfortunately wasn't able to do quite much with 2 killing spree right onto Evos Esports' head.
Oh man, Evos Esports, come on man, pick themselves up. Still got more chance for Evos Esports, but they just need to find the turning point. But even though the killing score looks so big different, but if you take a look at the net worth, it's still not that far away.
It is not that far indeed. I believe that Leomon did manage to get a pretty decent farm over at the top lane. Not to forget, Cignal Ultra does have 3 towers, meanwhile Evos Esports have 4 towers. So it's rather understandable and about right. Odell Baby trying to go for the kill right on the field, and Solida just being how annoying that she is. But who knows? Kimmy, still being a Kimmy. It is a 3 against 1 situation, and all Selena had to do was to get a kill onto Gusion just to tally it out, but unfortunately wasn't able to do that.
Every time that the hard carry of team Cignal Ultra died, it's just gonna have to waste that time waiting for him
Turtle
to
resurrecting soon
in order to go in once again, but they are not going to wait. They charged with a wild charge, didn't even have to use the barrier, and it was just shut down on the
Kimmy is finally dead now, but in the meantime at the top lane it does seem like Yako is dropping down low, and Gusion goes in straight for the kill and manages to snag another one for the team. It's going straight in, and of course a nice Minoan Fury, but no follow-ups yet.
Yeah, trying to go for more, now jumping on him as well. Attack on that Kufra. Nothing happening that much. Joe trying to sort that Brock out as his teammates trying to take down the turtle at the moment. Strikes again. Joe already using Blade of the Dragon, but nothing actually happened yet. Nobody dies despite a lot of spell has been cast.
The turtle has been eliminated by the Lord himself, as the Lord emerges from the depths of hell and now is available for the taking for any one of these 2 teams. With the Abyssal Arrow launching out right on top of the head of Minotaur, we have Bambi chasing right on the field, but he will be able to sidestep that just right in time. How are they going to stay alive with the onslaught, with the Lord right behind of them?
Oh, Tyrant's Rage, that was quite good one, but Lord is half HP, who's gonna get that one? The fight goes on, the Lord still's on as well. On top lane, Gusion trying to run away, he cannot be shut down, but at the same time he deal damage too, going back in with the Shadow Blade Slaughter once again, killing spree for the Kimmy, shooting non-stop the Kimmy machine gun, works so good.
This is Evos Esports at their ultimate prime, and Lord actually got a kill onto Lapu Lapu. So Lapu Lapu pretty much kind of thought that he could have handled the Lord alone, but if he managed to, it would have been such a great feat. In the end, Evos Esports still managed to win the entire trade-off. They got the Lord, they got the Q count, and they got 8,000 gold advantage.
The blade slaughter, all the stuff, everything is on team. It's on Team Evos side. All they need to do is just try to take control of this one and end the game with happy ending. Come on, man.
All they gotta do is bring down a second turret here in the middle lane so they can go for a 2-lane push. Unless Fusion is interested in getting the second turret at the bottom lane as well, they can go for the great trifecta. Try to bring down all 3 lanes at once because they cannot afford to let Cignal Ultra farm anymore from this point on.
Maybe it's time to siege in. You think they're ready? The
Lord
Lord is coming out on top lane. Let's see how they're gonna do with that. Can Joe just jump over the barrier inside and do some wave the dragon? They're just gonna go in the middle here.
There we go.
Up by Joe on 2. Every small spell for the small area. Broke now. Oh, look at the middle on Fury on 5. But can they holding on? All of them just dropping so low. Leomorph on horseback. One cut down on 2 double kills already for Selena. However, Mega Slave one down. Mega kill for Kimmy. He's still alive, but he was cleaved down by Selena and Leomorph.
It's just 2 tanks now. There is no way that they can change this tide away, but it doesn't matter, as all Evos Esports' main objective is to bring down a single turret. They could have gotten 2 down, they could have gotten 3 down even, but the thing is, as long as they got 1, it is pretty okay now. Now they have to find another chance to push into the turret. That moment can only be when 3 men of Cignal Ultra goes down or when the level 2 Lord appears.
They
But
lost one lane.
Lord
Yeah.
might be too late.
Do you think they is actually affect that much when they already lost 1 lane?
Well, it will not affect as much because 1 lane is still possible to defend against.
I
You can't
see,
afford
I see.
to lose that.
Some fight happening on top lane, long range from Selena Arrow. Abyssal Arrow works so well right here. Turn on the calling, but the Barbiel, but it's not gonna help it. Jumping in with the Minotaur Fury, spinning around as well by Grok. The Power Nature, all the spell that need to be used. That as they try to defend, the Shadow Blade Slaughter still kill 1 more, and Koopa, another tankers of team Cignal Ultra falls down.
And this is looking pretty bad as Selena is coming to the later part of the game. She is not able to dish out that AoE damage as she can only single out 1 person, which still might not be enough because most of the enemies here that is presented in front of Selena have got a high mobility. It's pretty difficult to land anything, but with the Abyssal Arrow followed by a wild charge right, Odia Bambi, but he is still alive even with the Abyssal Arrow out, not being able to land on anything. Now we have 2 inhibitor turrets that's already down, making Cignal Ultra a lot more difficult to deal with that.
Yeah, it's 11k. I hate the server network. Can Cignal Ultra coming back from this? They still have Lapula, gotta deal with the Lapu, and also the biggest problem of Cignal Ultra is Gusion. It's so hard to kill that Gusion because it's high mobility. But look at this one. This might be the last team fight to determine who's gonna be the winner of this one. They forming around, go in with the Shadow Blade Slaughter.
Went in.
I think they'll fall back.
Yeah, this is definitely the time for them to actually fall back, play it safe, and the thing is, they will lose the map control at this point of time, but they don't have to care. The thing is that they can't care about it at all. They have to defend top lane, they have to defend middle lane, but most importantly, bottom lane will be under siege soon. And this is the time whereby Evos Esports will want to break the barriers of Cignal Ultra.
Oh no, Cignal Ultra trying so hard to stop that momentum to clear all the creep wave, shooting out with the Abyssal Arrow, but didn't hit Temenon.
Okay.
Anyone for Evos, they still hiding in the bush, waiting for them to come out.
Level 2 Lord is now available. Evos Esports, they have to make sure that they have the map control. In the meantime, we do have a lot of CCs coming up. Fury is right now, low in HP right now. And we got Fabio coming straight out. Abyssal Arrow coming from Test for the rest of it. And look at he trying to go to Power Nature. In the meantime, Yakun currently low in HP. KPL trying to do everything else. He still have immortality. With maximum charge coming straight in. Right on the Cignal Ultra. Phil goes straight in. Kufa gets the kill. Unable to do anything. Ace is all alone. KPL tries to get away the whole time. Cignal Ultra, they have to get on Evos Esports. You a double kill coming in right on the Kufra, and they managed to defend against Evos Esports.
Yeah, 1 more time they did a great defense. It was man, they still cannot break in. You know how hard they tried for the Singaporean side. They were so close to it, but still, the shrine is still there.
This is the time perhaps the time for Cignal Ultra to actually turn this game around. Because at this point of time, there is a small possibility that the goal lead is no longer needed. Because if they were to win the level 2 Lord, which seems to be the case, it will push down the top lane. And that is going to be hard. Because Cignal Ultra will then push in the middle lane and balance it out.
Yeah, man.
This is the balance. This is the ultimate yin and yang between Evos Esports SG versus Cignal Ultra Philippines. This is only game number 1, and yet they have given us quite a show. Exactly how Cignal Ultra is going to turn this game around, and it will be history.
Yeah, it's not that far away from each other in terms of network, and right now they're all getting so near to each other. They're trying to do a bait. This might be a very, very important team fight as Cignal Ultra is moving in, trying to catch Grok with a barrier maybe, but it was up a little bit too slow. The rest of team Cignal Ultra moving in, ready for all the ultimate, spinning around with the power nature. The tower is about to close down. Leomord on his horseback, and he's just tracking with all the momentum. Blocked with the barrier. Wild charge coming in as well. Joe needs to run away from himself. Cignal Ultra ultimate pushback is about to begin, spinning around, and its team's enemy turret has destroyed, and they are happy about that. The might go for round 2. It's not done yet.
The middle lane turret is down, top lane turret is down, but unfortunately, the level 2 Lord is down. The thing is, Evos Esports, they did all they need to. They knew that they have to push right onto the Lord and forget about middle lane, so that Cignal Ultra would then rotate themselves to the top lane to clear that point out. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this game is almost balanced.
Almost indeed, and they all clear all the pieces outside, and it's time for Team Cignal Ultra to poke on the door of Evos Esports for the first time. They still hanging around, but I think they will jump in and go in soon. Cignal Ultra waiting for the signal to move, and here we go. The momentum starts first.
The creeps slowly knocking on the doors on the middle lane. Cignal Ultra waiting for the perfect time, waiting for Evos Esports to make a single mistake, waiting for the creeps to come in together to go for the final trifecta push.
Yeah, man, waiting for it, but they also don't want to make any risk. That it's Team Evos Esports who decide to push out. Kufra is in front, hit the arrow, but it didn't hit anyone. Air ball from Selena.
Looks like this game might be prolonged because Cignal Ultra does not see the way to move in at all. Maybe they have to wait for a level 3 Lord. Maybe one side will make a mistake.
Yeah, I think this is the longest game in the tournament so far. It's already,
yes, it is.
Yes,
both sides, they cannot make a single mistake.
Come on, man, who's gonna win this one?
Both
Who's
sides
gonna start first?
Either side cannot make a mistake. A single mistake will cost you one game.
This is just like the ancient time that you're trying to siege the castle. Wait until they're running out of food. Cignal, it is the time to go in, and it's Team Evos trying to come out of the base, and the turret is shooting, block out with the barrier. Nobody can go back in the base. Now you have to fight until the very end. Die or win. It's right here. Go in with the middle of the building. All stop spinning around, and it's Team Evos still hanging on.
Yako has immortality, he will be back, but the tower snipes him all off, and Cignal Ultra with 2 men down with a nice pistol arrow right on JPL. Evos Esports, they want more, they want blood. Now Steve, he wants to get himself back now, and so is Badly. They are chasing.
Oh my goodness,
they are chasing.
It's time to push back. 3v5 of Team Cignal Ultra. Can they defend? They're gonna lose one more. Leon got him, slaughter Shadow Blade, doing his job so well. The next one is going to be the hard carry. Selena not gonna get away.
And just like that, they have it. They might have it. The entirety of Evos Esports, they are low in HP. They have one lane of creeps that's charging right into the base, and that is all they need. That is all they need. But B at the top lane, he's hitting down. Needs the barbarian, but Death goes straight in with a revenge. But unfortunately, Cignal Ultra loses the first round.
Victory!
That was great. What a great first game of the series. It is just the first one. And Evos Esports from Singapore. Just